G'day. Welcome to 5 Minutes at 5 with Gavin. Well, today's Friday and there's a bit of anticipation about what's going to come on the weekend. We've been told on Sunday the state government are going to bring out some new rules around how we can interact. And I think there's some things that we're going to be like, yes, come on. And then there's other things which are probably going to disappoint. But we won't know really until Sunday, Monday. It's got me thinking about how we move forward as we travel, as we keep in step with what's happening. During the week, I came across a great article by a rabbi, and it's linked in the description. I encourage you to check it out. He actually talks about a festival that the Israelites would celebrate, and it was given in Leviticus chapter 23. You can see it there. It's called the Feast of Tabernacles. And tabernacle means dwelling place. The Feast of Tabernacles was a celebration, a joyous celebration over a week long, to remember how God had brought the Israelites out of Egypt, out of slavery, liberated them, and took them into the wilderness. And in the wilderness, God dwelt with them. Every day, day and night, He dwelt with them, but in a tent, a non-permanent structure. What kind of God wants to live in a tent? A couple of weeks ago, my family and I, we went out camping, and a tent is flimsy and it's hard to work with and set it all up, and it's open to the elements. Yes, there's these walls, but it still gets cold, it still gets hot, and it's non-permanent, it can be moved. And yet God chose to dwell with His people in a tabernacle, because in all His wisdom, He saw value in going and traveling with His people over 40 years. Because the people fell short, they wrestled with God, and He said, I want you to learn what it means to be the people of God. And so He chooses to dwell in a non-permanent structure. And at a later date, God says, I want to dwell with you in a temple, and the people of God build a temple, and He meets them there. But you know what? That temple gets destroyed, and God then meets them, the people of God, in exile, in Babylon and Assyria. And then in the New Testament, God says, I want to dwell with you. The Christians, I want to dwell with you in each one of you. And when you gather, I want to dwell with you. And we're kind of like non-permanent structures, aren't we? We're a bit feeble and a bit frail at times. And yet God says, I want to dwell in you. I think that's important as we go through uncertain times, as we go on this journey through COVID. What's going to happen in the future? We don't really know, but God is partnering with us. He's walking the journey with us. He's tabernacling. He's dwelling with us. And so there's some assurity as we go through whatever we're going through. God is with us. And that's good news. Well, I hope that's helpful, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Okay. Bye.